Digimon Cyber Sleuth. This shit goes so hard it'll leave a tiger toothless. Ha! Alright, now. Welcome to my channel. This is defense mode. I'm switching to attack mode now. Hopefully this video isn't as long as my last video. God damn, I could ramble on. I need some friends. Anyway. This video is about why Digimon's not better than Pokemon RPG wise now. Now, Digimon has always been better at stories than Pokemon ever has. That goes from way in the beginning, from the first Digimon series. I was about to say Dragon Ball. First Digimon series compared to the first Pokemon series. Now, the first Pokemon series, that was the first of the series, with the whole badge collecting thing. But as the stories go on, it gets repetitive. Now, Digimon Frontier is the only Digimon I originally got into back in the day. I know it's freaking sacrilegious, some Digimon fans, but screw them. That Digimon was the one I got interested in. The other ones I didn't care for. I didn't get into Digimon until Cyber Sleuth. Now, when the game first came out, my brother, I didn't even know it came out. I wasn't even keeping track of it. My brother told me that, hey, a Digimon game came out and it was pretty good. He never even got it, but he was just telling me about it. And I was like, what, really? And I didn't really have any games to play, any RPGs, so I'm like, let me go and just buy this game. So I went and bought it on the Amazon Prime now. Got it within 2 hours. The game. And the funny thing is, I didn't really even originally get into the game at first. I freaking got the game, played it for all the way up to chapter 9. Around the chapter, anyone plays just Digimon Cyber Sleuth, the first one, about that rock and roll guy. That stupid rock and roll guy looks like a member of Kiss. I got to the point where I was about to defeat him, but I wasn't strong enough. I wasn't high leveled enough, and my Digimon got destroyed. Tried to battle him 2 more times, got whooped. Ended up putting the game down, never playing it again. Freaking gave away my PlayStation 4, gave away my whole bunch of games, including that game. And that was it. That's the end of the video. Peace. No, I'm just playing with you. Freaking, I ended up getting PS4 Pro. I ended up getting a 4K TV way later, but I got the PS4 Pro. And I ended up re-getting the game digitally this time. Because my old PS4 used to spit out disc. You'd be in the middle of playing a game, and all of a sudden you get logged out, and then your freaking disc came out. It's freaking annoying. So I ended up getting this game digitally, and I replayed it again. This time I was on way higher level than before, and I ended up winning. I ended up going through the whole game and beating it, and I'm falling in love with it. This is the first RPG I've ever played where I got to level 99. Usually any other RPG, you beat it way before you get to level 99, and anyone who afterwards wants to go to level 99 really needs to do some of the lives, because freaking who the hell wants to do all that shit? So I got all the way to level 99. And the second game too got all the way to level 99. Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. Both of them. Got to level 99. Now, Pokemon on the other hand, as I said before, because I know there's been other Digimon games, but I never knew about them or played them. I looked back and I saw one on PSP that was actually pretty good that followed the first series story. But this is the first real good one for me. As you can see, it's has you could only either attack, guard, use one of your special moves, and that's pretty much it. The difference between Digimon and Pokemon is that you could de-evolve your Digimon, and you have to de-digivolve your Digimon in order to evolve some of them. Because some of them, they can't evolve until they get certain, their attack has to be a certain, there's certain standards. Some of their attack has to be a certain level. They have defense, intelligence, speed, their cam, which is just, how much they really like you. But you're going to increase their cam by putting them in a farm and buying a whole bunch of that weird meat, and their cam goes up 5, 10%, 25%, don't matter. The one annoying thing that was going to piss you off and make you pull your hair out is the ABI. The ABI, I think, stands for ability. That can't go up at all. The only way that could go up is by de-evolving him and then de-evolving him and then re-evolving him again. That's the only way you can bring it up. Only maybe a handful of times in a game you could get this item that increases the ABI, but it's very, very few. Unless you look it up and there's someone who knows some kind of cheat way to get it. There's no other way. So yeah, in other words, you have to do it the way I did it. You have to de-evolve them, then re-evolve them, and that can be annoying. Because then you end up having to go to a spot where there's a lot of high level enemies and just grind and grind and grind. Even more worse grinding than Pokemon. Yeah, and that's pretty much the heart of the Digimon games. It's just freaking, you have to do that. You have to get the ABI up. And once you get the ABI, sometimes you level them up 3 times. And then by the time they have to get to the fourth and final level, you have to de-evolve them all the way back to a baby. And then re-evolve them all the way back up. And then an ABI still won't be enough. And then you have to go and de-evolve them all the way back again. And re-evolve them for like the second or third time to their ultimate form. Just to finally get to their mega form. Because the mega form is the final form. Mega evolution is that thing that Pokemon stole from Digimon. Out of all the things Digimon stole from Pokemon, Pokemon finally decided to steal something from them. And there's a baby form, I think it's called Training 2. Then there's finally the normal form, I forgot what it's called. And then there's Champion form, Ultimate form, then Mega form. And sometimes there's a form after that. Like with my Cobbleterrymon, that was after my Digimon was already at a Mega form. So those Digimon are supposed to be real strong. Now that whole de-evolving and re-evolving thing, as annoying as it is, way more interesting than what Pokemon does. Pokemon, you get him to level 16, he evolves to the second form. You get him to level 36, bam, he's in his third form, you're done. Nothing interesting about it. Unless you have maybe an Eevee or some other Pokemon like evolved that has two different forms to evolve to or something. Every Pokemon is just boring. Get him to this level or the second form, get him to the third level, the final form, you're done. Or sometimes they'll put a twist like, you have to level them up at this area. You need to level them up in the snow area. You need to level them up at this area. You need to, you need to level them up at this area. You need to level them up at that area. You need to Thunderstone or something. You can't get the stone until get over here. But besides that, there's nothing interesting about it. The Digimon formula is way more interesting than it. And the Pokemon formula is just boring. And the one thing Digimon has, Pokemon doesn't, is story. Now, Cyber Sleuth follows the whole, you being a hacker thing. The first game is, about you getting eaten by an eater, trying to save your friends, and then you're half human, half cyberspace. So you're the one person that could go into cyberspace and into, real world, without having to do anything, but your actual human body's in a hospital recovering. And then the second game is about someone stealing your identity, and then everyone in your school thinking that you're some kind of hacker, and the hackers are looked down upon, and that kind of ruining his whole social life, and everyone thinking negative things about him, and now him pretty much joining this like rebel hacker, underground hacker group to help restore his name. And in the beginning of that game, he starts off by trying to hunt down someone who's like might know something about his name or something, and he ends up running into this guy who illegally sells Digimon. And he freaking, he gets, he says, "Hey, you have any money?" And you say no, and he gets pissed, and he's about to attack you, and then all of a sudden, this guy comes and saves you, and you end up joining his group. And of course, the 3-star Digimon are a lot more diverse than Pokemon. Pokemon, fire, water, grass. Digimon, they switch it up a lot. One could be plant, one could be metal, one could be this, one could be that. Yeah, Digimon's freaking... The battle system is a lot more interesting, because Pokemon, all they have is what? You use 4 different moves and that's it. Digimon, they have, you could attack, or you could do like 5 or 6 different like special moves that only that certain type could use, and then they have one exclusive, sometimes even 2 exclusive moves to that Digimon that only he could use, no one else. A lot more ever. So battle wise, is a lot more interesting than Pokemon is. Their stats, just like Pokemon and Digimon, certain types are strong against certain types and blah 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 blah. So they have that going for them. They have a much diverse fighting system. They have a way more interesting story mode. And Pokemon is just... You play Pokemon in your sleep. Just put a blindfold on and press the A button. You'll run through the whole game. But Digimon, you have to be very strong. You have to grind. You have to be at level this. You have to do that. The Digimon games, to me, have way passed Pokemon. There's only been 2 games. But it's the last 2 Pokemon games have disappointed me. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and Pokemon Let's Go. The last 2 Digimon games have made me a fan of the whole Digimon universe. If Digimon would have come up with an anime tomorrow, I'd watch it. So I even started watching some of the old Digimon now. Because Digimon got me invested into the world now. With just 2 games. Actually, with just 1 game. Then the second game actually, made me like it even more. Because of a different story. Because you want to see if the first game was a fluke. But they're actually able to do it again. I mean the last interesting thing that Pokemon did was the Mega Evolution. And that was something they stole from Digimon. What was the most interesting they did after that? Oh, each Pokemon gets their own Z move. It's their own exclusive move, and you have to get like the Z Crystal, and I don't care. Who cares? Digimon and a whole bunch of other games do the same thing. You don't need a freaking crystal for it. An exclusive move. Oh yeah, but you need to have the Z Crystal. You can shut up. What else they did interesting? Oh yeah, each Pokemon in the lower region, they look slightly different. Who cares? It's like what the low region, their own exclusive version, and the low. That's like their a different version of the freaking color, the color Pokemon, the shiny Pokemon. That's like a much different version of shiny Pokemon. A lot of people like that. I don't care about the shiny Pokemon. Oh look, the same Pokemon, but look, its stats are slightly bigger, and look, it's a different. Who cares? I know a lot of people care. I just don't. It doesn't interest me. The low Pokemon, I did not care at all. Except for Executor, he looked cool. But everyone else, who cares? Oh, look, Vulpix. Now he's a ice Poke. Who cares? Oh, no, Rattata. Now he's a dark version. Oh, really? Whatever. Oh, he's Sandshrew. He also has an ice. Whatever. Oh, look, Raichu. Your old favorite Pokemon defense mode? Yeah, Raichu, yeah. Look, he looks gayer now. He's surfing on his tail, and his eyes are very, colorful, and he has his bright little ears, and he likes to take it up the ass. It's great. I do not care, man. I do not care about freaking a much faggoty version of Raichu, ice versions of certain ground Pokemon or fire Pokemon, and then Meowth looks like I'm another faggy version of a normal Pokemon, and then whatever else, man. I don't care. Sun and Moon, the only thing interesting they did in Sun and Moon was instead of, the whole badge thing, they did it where you have to defeat every, master of each region or whatever. I know there's a name for it, but I don't care enough to look back and... and then finally you're the first one to beat the lead for that, region and all that. Yeah, it's a slight little twist, but still kind of the same thing. The story that they were telling with, the whole girl, she's trying to say this Pokemon, that was pretty interesting. But Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon didn't do anything more interesting besides go to different dimensions to fight these weird Ultra Beasts. Who cares? Freaking Ultra Beasts. I do not care about them. To me, it's another excuse to try to do more Digimon like Pokemon in their world. I now sound like I'm a Digimon fanboy. Digimon fanboy, but that's because I kind of am. Because I really got into this series. And everything they do better. They do the fighting system better than Pokemon now. They do the story better. They do the devolving thing better. They do there's nothing that Pokemon does now that's better than Cyber Sleuth. I'm sorry. There's nothing Pokemon does that's better than Cyber Sleuth anymore. Nothing. Unless they do something dramatically different for this new game, there's nothing. Digimon defeats them in every way. Every single way, every department, Digimon has Pokemon's number. All the way down to the protagonist that can't talk. Digimon actually has funny moments in it. Like in Digimon Hacker's Memory, there's that weird guy in that suit. That suit that keeps chasing you and he keeps following you and you have to keep running away from him. In the first game, the girl that keeps the main detective that hires you has the freaking tea that tastes like crap, and they keep joking around how she keeps making you want to taste the tea and make her keep trying to run away from her and not taste it and do everything you can and not taste it. And if you play through the game, it has the side quests. They don't force you to do the side quests, but if you want to do them, there's good side stories that are there. There's a lot of funny moments in between, the very serious moments. It's the perfect game, the perfect RPG. Old school turn-based. It's the perfect RPG. It's everything I always wanted out of a Pokemon game before the Pokemon game ever came out. It's everything I wanted out of playing a Pokemon game in my house. Before, they did it 2 years before. 2 years before Pokemon decided to do it. And they did it better. Look at this, Pokemon Let's Go is their first iteration. And it sucks. Digimon did their version, their first home version in years. Or I think this might be the first version ever. I don't know. No, they probably had another, like Pokemon World, Digimon World or whatever. But this is their first stab at trying to implement like a Pokemon game at a home console. And they nailed it. Compared to Pokemon, who just lackluster is the word for Pokemon. It's like they didn't even try. They're like, we're just living off our name value. We don't have to do much. Here you go. Was Digimon freaking is like they're coming out swing. I'm more looking forward to whatever the new Digimon game is coming out than I am the Pokemon game coming out 2019. You can't tell me that Pokemon is doing anything better than what Digimon is doing. Pokemon may have the sales, but Digimon, shit. Digimon has everything else going for it. Oh, also, you won't believe this. Digimon actually has characters in the game, get this, that don't treat you nice. I know. Crazy, right? Digimon has characters that don't treat you nice. They mean to have a kind of a rival, and he doesn't stick his finger up your ass. Yeah, I know. Crazy, right? Because God and those Pokemon, refuses to do that. Compared to Pokemon's rival, I'm your best friend and the friendliest friend I'll ever friend in the history of friends. Shut up! Alright, I'm switching back to defense mode. I'm out. Peace.